don't see any free spots around here, so I think we have a fantastic day ahead of us here at the semi-final stage.
Yeah. The noise from the crowd so loud. We can barely hear ourselves. Listen to the roar. Former world champions, Tontowi, AHMAD-Liliyana NATSIR. Liliyana NATSIR, a former champion here in the mixed doubles with Nova Widianto. That was back in 2005, 10 years ago. And she also won the women's doubles title here in 2008 with Vita Marissa. 6 Indonesia Open finals for NATSIR. That is quite a record in her home events. As a combination, the Indonesians, as we see our umpire Elaine Kong from the United States of America, the toss of the coin, the first formality for her officiating this semi-final. For the Indonesian combination, this is their 5th consecutive semi-final here, you know, in their 5th appearance. That really is a wonderful record in consistency. So for Zhang Nan, well, he's going to be a busy man this afternoon because he's in the men's doubles semi-final, our 5th match this afternoon. But let's look first of all at the number 3 seeds, Tontowi AHMAD, 27 years of age, and his partner Liliyana NATSIR, 29. Number 3 in the world rankings at the moment. They have been as high as 2. And as you saw from the Super Series rankings, the Destination Dubai list, they are currently number 2 on that, having reached the semi-final in Sydney last week. Their win-loss record for the year, 2 finals from 6 tournaments played. They won the Asia Championships and reached the final of the All England, where they were 3-time defending champions. So that was their 4th consecutive All England final. Well, this is their 7th tournament of the year and the 7th consecutive semi-final at least. Looking at their matches so far, well, the quarter-final was against the number 5 seeds, Liu Cheng and Bao Yi-Sin, who of course were finalists last week in Australia. So all of their matches so far in 2 straight games, the Indonesians. So to the 2-time former champions, the number 1 seeds, world and Olympic champions, Zhang Nan, 25, born in Beijing, ZHAO Yunlei, 28, from Hubei province. They are the world number 1s. They're number 1 on the Super Series standings. 3 former tournaments played earlier this year, won all 3 of them. Now, their win-loss record for the year is rather misleading. It says 16-0. They actually lost in the quarter-final of the Asian Championships, but they gave a walkover to their opponents, so that doesn't go as a loss. But they had a real battle in the very first round against Yu Young-sung and Chang Ye-na, dropping the opening game before coming back 21-17 in the deciding game in 1 hour and 2 minutes. The quarter-final yesterday against the married couple, the number 7 seeds, Chris and Gabby Adcock. That was very convincing. In fact, their easiest match in the tournament so far. Just 33 minutes for 21-12, 21-13. Well, this will be the 15th meeting between these 2 pairs. And as you can see with the previous 14, Zhang Nan and ZHAO Yunlei have won 9 of them, including the last 4. And the last time they met was in the semi-final of that Singapore Super Series event earlier this year. 2 straight games, as you saw, although it was very, very close in the second. So as I was saying, our umpire, Elaine Kong from the United States of America, and Crystal Tan from Malaysia.
my right, Liliyana, NATSIR, Tontowi, AHMAD, Indonesia. On my left, ZHANG, Yunlei, China. Liliyana, NATSIR, ZHANG, Lei.
So the home favourites, former world champions Tontowi, AHMAD and Liliyana NATSIR nearest to us, getting this semi-final underway. And every single point that the Indonesians win will be greeted with that sort of rapturous applause. Amazing shot from Tontowi, AHMAD.
Yeah.
Well, we always talk about it, Steen, don't we? About the importance and the role of the woman in the mixed doubles.
Yeah, and it's absolutely crucial here that Liliyana NATSIR gets a good start. There's no doubt in my mind that Zhang Nan is a better player than Tontowi AHMAD, so NATSIR has to make up for that and sort of make sure that AHMAD can play on his strengths. Would be so important because he is very strong in the attacking and controlling game.
Wonderful use of the mid-court area. Oh, good flick serve.
Yeah, and one of the key points is, of course, flicking NATSIR to get her away from the front court, where she's comfortable. She's not playing bad at the back court either, but it's just not as dangerous as when she's on the front court. Wow. Very interesting.
Flicking them both.
Yeah. This is the end where the Chinese have a good chance of flicking because they're playing a little bit up against the drift.
That's a gift. Three very, very quick, easy points for the Chinese combination. Oh, that's good.
Service over. 6-all.
Well, that just proving the point that you were making, Steen. Try and get NATSIR to the back of the court. She's not as dangerous.
No. She's still good, but she's more like she's a bit more human from that area. Excellent coverage there.
Great awareness where the spaces are. Oh, what a return of serve.
8-7.
Lucky net court there. And I think actually Yunlei is a little bit affected by the atmosphere here in Senayan. That service return went just by her without she even looking at it almost.
Yunlei only playing mixed doubles here this year. Won the women's doubles title last year with Tianqing. That's a very, very good read from Liliyana NATSIR. Yeah, she holds the kill as well.
Service over. 9-8-10.
And the Indonesians to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage. That wasn't even close.
No. And they've been looking very, very strong in the attacking formation with AHMAD at the backcourt and NATSIR at the net. Very positive start for the Indonesians.
Now I notice the two Indonesian players standing some distance apart, talking to the two different coaches, Richard Manaki and Liliyana NATSIR's former mixed doubles partner, Nova Widianto.
Well, the quick coaching from the Chinese team with Zhang Jun and Chen Bingyi. And I kind of like that. I mean, there's no catastrophe for the Chinese pair. They're 2 points behind.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday during the quarterfinals nice about how you can overcomplicate things.
Yeah.
So 11-9. It's going wide. Oh, took it.
That's well played.
Service over.
That's the first
10,
time
11.
I remember I really noticed Yunlei making a difference.
Oh, what a return of serve.
Wow. 10.
Well, a case of anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah.
Look at that. Brilliant. I really think Tontowi Ahmad is closing down that mid-court area well so far today.
He's been playing brilliantly.
Yeah.
And the Chinese pair has not succeeded in sort of getting the control, mixing up the position of the Indonesians and putting it below the tape as we saw in this rally here.
13.
They haven't succeeded in that so far. Yes, there's been one or two rallies, but not on a consistent level. It's been the Indonesians who have sort of enforced their playing style.
Yeah,
14,
you're right, Steve.
11.
Tontowi Ahmad at the moment is playing brilliantly.
He's moving really well today compared to what we've seen him on a number of other occasions. Making really good choices.
Service fault called. Service over.
Service fault call, struck above the waist.
14. No. It's all time.
Chinese pair are struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
They look nervous.
Service
Very
over.
nervous.
15.
Very nervous.
Wow.
And of course, this could be a sort of pre-match to the World Championship semi-final or final. So there's more at stake than just a Premier Series final.
Yeah.
It's wide.
16. 12.
Oh, that's clever. Well, Chinese pair did remarkably well to turn that around.
Service over. 13. 16.
Well, the two women on court between them have been in 11 finals here at the Indonesia Super Series event. That includes the women's doubles as well as the mixed doubles. Chinese pair, as soon as they get themselves on the attack, they look so dangerous. Good interception by Liliyana NATSIR.
And it's important now for the Indonesians that they sort of convert this good first game into a victory in this first game. It will be devastating to sort of get caught up.
Oh, he's pushed the return long.
18, 14.
Excellent play. We haven't seen that for a while from Tontowi, the creative play from below the tape. This time he was challenging Yunlei.
Yeah, Liliyana just pointing out somebody's using a flashlight.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's the two Chinese coaches.
19, 14, play.
Just wide.
20, game point, 14.
Game point opportunities for the Indonesians.
It's over. 15, 20.
Oh, well taken.
Yeah.
Well taken indeed. ZHAO Yunlei. This time they convert. Opening game, 21-16. It is a very, very special and iconic stadium here. The fanatical support of the Indonesian fans. And there is confirmation in just under 20 minutes. Tontowi, Ahmad and Liliyana NATSIR have taken the opening game against the reigning world and Olympic champions.
I think Yunlei, she simply needs to be more active here if the Chinese are to have a chance of turning this match around. She's been reactive, and that sort of gives the Indonesians the control.
When you were saying that Yunlei needs to be more active, what do you mean by that? Has she got to stand her ground more? Has she got to try and intercept more?
Yeah, I think she needs to move more. She's in a number of rallies just standing in the middle, and she needs to move, cover one side, so that it's easier for Zhang Nan to see what he has to cover.
1-0.
For instance, here in the service situation, after she serves, cover one area, that's it.
Unbelievable! What a rally!
2-1.
And this was what she needed to get started, Yunlei, but also fantastic defense from AHMAD and NATSIR, and the more shots they get back, the more psychological pressure they add to Yunlei. Knows that she has to make high-quality shots in order to kill it.
Play.
That's nice defense. Yeah. Liliyana NATSIR changing the momentum of the rally by that guided defensive shot. Yeah. Richard Manaki seeing something he wants to pass on to his players, and Nova Widianto sitting beside him. That's gone wide.
3-2. shot. 4, 3.
He's simply playing so well, Tontowi. Almost everything he touches turns into success.
Super.
5, 3.
Everything being kept flat over the net by the Indonesians. Well, Zhao Yunlei, the only player to remain on court. Look at that. Delightful push from Liliyana NATSIR.
Nan.
Yeah. The umpire called play, but it's quite hard to hear anything.
Well, there's me singing the praises of the Indonesians the previous rally about not lifting, and immediately the next rally they start lifting, and look at the different outcome. Well, it always bothers me when I see Tontowi Ahmad trying some of his trick shots.
Yeah, it's definitely not the time for it right now. They need to sort of build on the good start they've got. Well played.
Service over.
Yeah, very well played.
Oh.
Yeah, delightful touch. Gone long.
And they simply want to flick Ahmad once in a while, sort of to keep him from being too fast on the short services.
Going wide.
Yeah, it's a good call.
8-6.
Ever since that attempted between the legs shot.
5-6.
Yeah. Four straight points for the Chinese pair.
She's been covering that forehand now. Yunlei.
10, 6.
And she's definitely doing as you suggested. She's definitely more active.
Yeah, and if it's difficult to read where the shuttle is coming, then you just need to do something. Take one of the sides and sort of make it easier for your partner.
It's wide. Well, the run comes to an end, but those 5 straight points just signal to me perhaps a shift in momentum. So it is desperately important for the home players now to close down this gap before the mid-game interval. But they cannot do so. 4-point advantage to the world and Olympic champions.
Again, very quick coaching. They're already gone, Zhang Jun and Tian Bingyi.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
So strategy is apparently clear.
There's Nova Widianto.
20 seconds. 20
Reached
seconds.
3 consecutive finals with Liliyana NATSIR.
Tontowi. 11-7. Play.
So 11-7 here in this second game in favour of the Chinese pair. But the Indonesians, having won the first, next few rallies I suggest are crucial.
And that's the weakness of the Indonesian pair when they are in the defense. I mean, of course, relatively they have a good defense, but it's just not as solid as Chinese combination.
7 of the last 8 points to the Chinese pair.
It was a good service return that sort of kept the Indonesians on top of that rally. Had the initiative.
That's nice. Well, I don't know if that goes down as a missed opportunity or whether it was a good defensive shot from the Chinese pair. That one there.
Yeah, that's a teaser.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want. You want the opponents to take chances to sort of gauge the situation wrongly.
It's going wide.
Yeah.
14-8.
You can see that NATSIR has started playing a lot of the shots from a short backhand cross or at least over the middle. Senses that Yunlei closes the forehand down.
Well, this
Very short-lived.
15.
is now 10 of the last 12 points ever since that between the leg shot.
Yeah, but we must say that sort of from what we've seen earlier this season, Tontowi, he started out extremely well.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I had some doubts in my mind that whether he was able to sort of maintain that high level. And I think he hasn't so far, but it's going to be so interesting because I think we're going to have a third game here unless the Indonesians can make a great comeback.
Service over. 9-15.
Oh, my goodness.
You almost got it back.
10-15.
Look at that. Oh, crikey, he very nearly did get it back too, didn't he? Good flick serve.
7-15.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm surprised that the umpire allowed ZHANG to go off court and towel down when the Indonesians were just on a little bit of a roll.
3 points in a row, and he picked up the shuttle, took it back, delivered it, clapped his partner's hands, and then suddenly found out that he needed to towel down. Clever, clever tactics. And it worked.
Yeah, but in all honesty, in my opinion, they're tactics that shouldn't be allowed to happen.
No.
The umpire should have said, no, you can't go off and towel down.
That's, of course, the challenge of having different umpires in all these big Super Series tournaments. You could say that they are the least experienced on court every time.
16.
The players there in every big event. Oh, that's great play. But a little loose again from Ahmad.
Yeah.
17-12.
That's clever.
Service over.
Every time they keep the pressure on with the flat pushes, the Indonesians enjoying far more success than just lifting the shuttle.
And Yunlei just reads that. But it was perfectly played. Well, he's lifted his game again.
Yep. And all credit to him for doing so. That's a great backhand smash.
It's of course in the best meaning that the umpires say quickly when the players go out and towel down. It's just not at all the question. The question is about breaking the opponent's rhythm.
Yes, exactly.
And whether it's quickly or it's slow, doesn't really matter.
Oh. Yeah. Well, he did well to reach that, ZHANG. Lovely little interception down towards the mid-court area. But that was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, well in.
Good call by the line judge. Yep, clearly in.
But again, a little bit lucky with his shot, Ahmad. It's sort of do or die shot.
So the former champions are just 2 points away from taking this second game and forcing a third and decider. Oh, that's nice.
Game point, 15.
Well, the smash into the net means that Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei have 5 game point opportunities. Missed it. It is 1 game all.
Second game won by Zhang Nan.
And it was that little spell in the middle of that second game from 5-6 down. Chinese pair won 10 of the next 12 points, and that really made the difference, changed the momentum. And we will be treated to a third and deciding game. 42 minutes into the match, and it's 1 game all.
To do with the service situation right now, who can get the initiative. The Indonesians simply got to get it, in my opinion, because they have a tougher time standing their ground in the defense. And this man, Tontowi Ahmad, must raise his game just a little bit, perhaps not to the heights that we saw in the first game, but needs to be a little bit more consistent. Because if you're a little bit loose, Zhao Yunlei and Zhang Nan, they will immediately strike.
So third and deciding game. Oh, error on the serve. Ominous start by the Chinese pair.
She was ready, Zhao Yunlei. She almost wasn't able to launch the shot before she was standing at the net.
Set it too flat, it's gone long.
And this is one of the situations where I think he's a little bit too hasty.
Yeah.
We saw him hit a smash in the net from the same position, and he's not going to kill that one. Zhang Nan is there and has got it covered. So plays a drop shot instead.
Appreciate what you've said tactically about Tontowi Ahmad, but I think the other critical thing is, apart from him lifting his own game, he's got to involve Liliyana NATSIR at the front of the court.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Service over, 2-all.
He does that best by playing these soft mid-court shots and perhaps even down the back of ZHAO Yunlei. That gives Liliyana NATSIR an excellent opportunity to intercept.
3-2.
Well, I thought initially he hadn't put enough pace on this one here, but indeed he had. Just tempting ZHAO Yunlei into going for that when it was really going past her. That's clever.
Really well played. Excellent read by NATSIR. A natural shot here. With the backhand and sort of playing to the safe side, according to the side drift, going from left to right, as we see the picture.
Oh, that's loose. But it was a very, very good smash from ZHAO Yunlei. He wasn't expecting that coming across with his body at all, was he?
No.
This one here. Yeah, he wasn't ready for that. He was expecting one down the centre or one a smash at his partner.
It's interesting that they are sort of targeting Tontowi Ahmad. Perhaps not targeting, but dividing it equally. I think it's a very, very clever strategy because NATSIR's got an excellent defense.
I thought that shuttle bounced before ZHANG Nan got it back the first time.
Yeah. A little bit unlucky for the Indonesians because I think that they've been playing better in the service situations, that they have this little extra opportunity with 5-all, so they haven't really been able to capitalize on it. I feel that when they are returning, and ZHAO Yunlei is playing the third shot, it's a little bit upwards. Not this time. Excellent service.
Yeah. Well, now the Indonesians wanting a little towel down when their opponents were on a roll. It is terribly difficult for the umpires, I have to say, Steen, because I know I'm perspiring heavily, and we're just sitting here. So, I mean, what do you do as an umpire? Quite obvious that the players...
And especially as you're not allowed to sort of flick the sweat off your forehead anymore.
No, exactly.
But that also means that it's sort of open for discussion because the players and coaches, they pick up on this really, really quickly. And it's the umpire who sort of sets the limit for what's going on court.
Absolutely.
So if you feel like you need a break in the opponent's rhythm, you just go out and say that you want to towel down. If you're not allowed, you discuss a little bit, because hey, last time the others were allowed, so
yeah,
it's totally possible to speculate in that. Good defense.
Unbelievable rally.
Just such a rally that Ahmad and NATSIR needed.
And that, I think, is the longest rally of the match so far. Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it? That's gone long. And the Indonesians back level.
We've seen a lot more mistakes on this near baseline than I would have expected.
Oh, that's clever from NATSIR.
We tend to think the drift is sort of going from Ahmad and NATSIR towards ZHANG and Yunlei, but I must say I'm in doubt.
I think there's so many fans in this afternoon that literally the atmosphere is so hot that it's making the shuttle fly faster, both all directions really.
Excellent play by Nan-ZHAO. Yunlei dominant first 2 shots at the net. Well, he covers that.
Look at that. That was amazing. And great adjustment from Tontowi Ahmad.
Play.
Well, I'm really not sure if he was going to leave it or whether he just completely mistimed his jump here. No, he was going to leave it. He was going to leave it. play from NATSIR. Oh, brilliant! Incredible. What a net shot to finish it. Nine. Well, this next point will decide who has the advantage at the change of ends. Well, she served into the net on the very first point of this deciding game. She served into the net on the last point before the change of ends.
I'm thinking, could that be an effect that she's not really played that much? These 2 weeks here, first in Australia where she was entered with Wang Xiaoli in women's doubles but didn't play, and now here in Jakarta where she also only played the mixed doubles, so she hasn't really been under pressure. But my God, she's under pressure now.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent point. I mean, we don't know the Chinese philosophy on whether they wanted her just to concentrate on one discipline per tournament. She's had a long-standing injury to the knee. She wears that knee support as a permanent fixture for all her matches.
There's a possibility that she might have been ended with Wang Xiaoli as well here, but Wang Xiaoli is sort of undergoing surgery, so of course couldn't compete.
It's gone long.
11 all.
And the anguish on the face of her partner after the rally.
Yeah, she was entered in women's doubles with Wang Xiaoli, but eventually withdraw.
Yeah. So they're not thinking about just one event. It's gone long.
Service over. 12-11.
Good flick serve. Oh, that's clever too.
Oh, what a save.
sound awfully harsh, but you simply cannot afford to make errors like that at this sort of stage in the match. You've got to make those count. That error into the net.
And again, it's from a little below the tape. Tries to play the right shot, but the key competence of Tontowi Ahmad. But what a fantastic save ZHANG Nan he made in that rally.
Oh, not the best
Very
of
high
serves.
serve.
Oh, dear me.
13.
Well,
Wow.
ZHANG Nan was under severe pressure. He did a full pirouette on his defensive backhand. Well, we're only seeing the last couple of shots. That was a woeful backhand from Tontowi Ahmad. Yeah. Despite the dive, couldn't retrieve it. Look how far he slid. That really an indication of how much perspiration there is on the players. So after an hour and 2 minutes, 1 game all, 13 all, nothing between these two pairs.
I think it's a good thing for the Indonesians to get a little break here, because it's so important that Ahmad doesn't get carried away, that he still plays the clever shots, maintains the attack, blocks some of the shots to get bigger opportunities.
Oh, that's well taken.
Service over, 14, 13.
Gone long.
15,
Well,
13.
I'm surprised that there wasn't a challenge. We haven't had one single challenge in this match so far. Oh my goodness. That hit the blue carpets around.
15.
Well taken.
Service over, 16, 14.
Yeah.
She's in fully upright position. Yunlei. It's really dangerous to play her at the net.
Wasn't the best of serves again, was it?
No.
Well, there'll be a challenge here. There we are. All I had to do was say we needed Hawkeye, and then Hawkeye is required to spring into action. And I suspect that it will be a successful challenge. Because I'm looking down that line, I thought that was just out.
I think it just touched the line.
Or
But I'm wrong.
There we go. Haven't lost my eagle eye.
Correction. Out.
What a great challenge.
2 challenges remaining. 17-14 flag.
And they've created a gap.
That was a better serve.
18-14.
Yeah, the
And some
Indonesian
coaches.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit concerned now, aren't they? Yunlei has definitely lost her rhythm on that low serve.
Yeah.
17-18.
Unbelievable. Great defence. And the final drive, flat over the net, played cross court into the open space. So just 2 points, the deficit now. Oh, that was going wide.
Service over. 19-16.
Points away from a third final for the former champions. All set up with a good return of serve.
That's a terrible mistake.
Yeah, it was over-ambitious shot to try.
17.
And the chances of making that were very slim. It's given the world and Olympic champions 3 match point opportunities. Well, I don't know whether to say 1 match point well saved or 1 match point squandered.
I would more or less say squandered here, because I think Nan has been sort of keeping the Chinese pair in this match. He's been playing brilliantly, covering for his partner, who's a little bit off today. Not much, but a little. He had a chance there.
two-time former champions are through to a third final here at the Indonesian Super Series. Very nearly an hour and 12 minutes.
That's won by ZHANG, Yunlei.
The final shot there from Tontowi Ahmad.
21-18.
And it was a couple of errors from him that really cost the Indonesians dear. Wasn't such a bad idea going cross court, but it missed by quite a way. So confirmation of the score: 16-21, 21-15, 21-18 in an hour and 12 minutes.